Easy Calculus 11. Today we talk about why integration is harder than differentiation. When you learn calculus, integral is not that difficult. You learn all the integral, the function of the basic elementary function, and you use some formula you learn about integration. You can do pretty much differentiation. Pretty much you can differentiate any functions, so you feel, oh, calculus is not that hard. But when integration started, integral function is much harder, and it's supposed to be opposite. Integral and derivative function, they are opposite. So why is so different? Everybody come to the integration, and sometimes they spend so much time and give up. Okay, so that's one of reason why calculus is perceived to be difficult. It's the culprit is integration. Okay, let's look at see how it goes. The elementary function like xn, derivative is nx minus 1, and even n can be negative, right? So when you integrate, it's become n plus 1, n plus 1, and also n can be negative. So if you have this polynomial, will be handled by this fx plus b gx, any polynomial combination, integral of summation is going to be summation of integral. So you take the differentiation of each function and add them up. Okay, so integral, the same thing, a fx plus b gx and dx is going to be a fx dx plus b gx dx. So cool. All the polynomial, we can do any kind of polynomial. We can just use this elementary functions and this equation. Okay, now if fx has a two part, ux and vx, it's multiplication, right? So fx is going to be ux, vx is going to be u v plus u v. So the differentiation of the multiplication is going to be differentiation of each part and added them all. Okay, so how the integral look like using this? Okay, we take this part, right, and put it this way: u v equals u v differentiation minus u v. Okay, so if we take integral of this type of function, it's going to be u v, because this whole thing is differentiation, minus u v dx. Okay, what this means is when you have a kind of function that derivative function multiplied by some function, and you have to find the integral of this whole things, okay, then it's going to be simply u is integral function of this u prime inside the integral, minus you switch uv, and hope this integral is much easier than original integral, which is this guy. Okay, and this formula just keep hopes only. This formula give you complete differentiation. You can differentiate this and that, okay, but this one, it just switch the problem from this function to this function. Okay, so it's not solution. Integral doesn't give a solution. It just try it, see if make it easier. Your life is so hard to find this integral. Try this one. Okay, maybe you have a luck. The kind of deal. Okay, now, so divide is essentially same as multiply, right? Fx so if you know 1 over x, this you need this first. F u and u is ux. So when you take an integral with respect to x, it's going to be take integral with respect to u. If you write this way, f u dx, not the u, is going to be, oh, I'm sorry, f u dfu dx. Let's see, erase this guy. Okay, du and du dx. Okay, so we go back to here. We use this one, then this can be the u, so it's gonna be 1 over u, and derivative of 1 over u is minus u square, so it's going to be fx gx minus fx gx gx square. Okay, so this is basically essentially it's a multiplication. Just one of function is 1 over gx, then you get the division formula. Okay, it's nothing new, and in order to get this one, you're using this one, the function of function. The f is a function of u and u is a function of x. Okay, now this one is quite useful in integral. For example, if you have integral function to find, the fx you change to gu. Okay, but u is ux, so you need du plus equals dx, and this is the dx. You need du. Okay, so you switch the integral problem into this, and it's need a lot of guessing and try and error to see this will be easier integral. And again, it doesn't give you exact way how to do it. The integral formula just give you just a hope that this may work. Try it. And if you waste time, sorry, you have 10 integral question in the homework. It's the time is precious. Each time you spend for each problem, you try it didn't work, and come out to be empty. Then you wasted your time, your valuable time, right? So the number one reason is integral does not have no definite way to perform. You need a lot of try and error. And I give you even worse news than this. There is a number two reason why integral is terrible. Okay? Why integral is terrible? First reason is there's not many good formula to use to get definite integral for you. It cannot be done like differentiation. Differentiation, you can almost definitely differentiate a function. Integral, you just give you alternative. See if you can come up with integral with different formula after moving things around. See if it works. Okay. Let's try this kind of integral. X over 1 is log x plus c, right? And some in the internet they write absolute, and this is wrong. Okay, if you have definite integral, you can write absolute. Okay, but indefinite integral, it should be, and x should be positive because x is defined only for positive side. Okay, so the pay attention. Don't believe everything in the internet. A lot of wrong things in the internet. If x minus a over 1, so what do you do? Sorry, dx. So x minus a equals u. So u is x plus a, and du is dx. Nice, right? So it's going to be u du plus c, and this is log u plus c, and log u is x minus a plus c. Okay. Now, if you have x minus a and x minus b plus 1 kind of integral, so what do? You can break this down into x minus a plus x minus b, right? So you can do integral. There are a lot of formula in the back of your math textbook. Minus a square or plus minus a square integral, and square root of x plus minus a square. Okay, this kind of basic one, you have to memorize it, and after you manipulate using the formula we already talked about. Luckily come up with one of those, then you got it. You can integrate. Okay, so if you have more formula in your mind, probably you encounter the right way to do integral. For example, what do you do if ax, this differentiation is like y equals ax, right? So if you take a log y equals x, log a, sorry, and you take a derivative on both sides, dy y equals log a. So dy dx, right? So dx equals log a y, and the y is this, so it's going to be ax log a. Okay, so this is different from e, right? It's if it's e, it's going to be no constant in the front. If a, you need to have a constant. So when you do calculate the integral x dx, you use this formula. So you know what's going to be the integral going to be. So you need to remember all the elementary function basic and change things around using the formula and see if you come up with one that you know integral. Okay, that's the difficult part 1. And I talk about difficult part 2, which is, for example, sine x dx. This you do all kind of method and you waste time. There is always one part you cannot find the integral. So what do? The reason is the integral function doesn't exist within elementary function. Elementary function is like sine, cosine, exponent, log, cos t, sine t, those whatever you learn in the pre-calculus, those functions. The solution doesn't exist in the set of this. There's no way you can express, no matter how you add, multiply, so and so. The solution is not there. It's just like okay, you learn add, multiply, divide everything, and it's cool. I can calculate anything. Then somebody say calculate number, you multiply itself become 2. It's a square root of 2. There's no such a number in the rational number area. This outside of rational number, irrational number, it's the same situation. This integral function is outside of elementary function set. So we call that SIX function. And what is SIX function? It's integral sine x over x dx. Okay, so there's no other way to express using addition and multiplication of any function you learn. in high school. Okay, so you are getting into this area from rational number to real number. Same thing, from elementary function to advanced function area, which you don't talk about in high school calculus much. Okay, so that's a difficulty. And this kind of problem, the mean person give you, okay, find the integral of this. You spend 3 hours, okay, and you can't come up with any. What is it? Well, it's called this. How do you deal with it? Well, the smart student probably do this. Sine x is what? X minus x right? Divide by x. So sine x over x is going to be 1 minus x squared 3 plus 5 minus and you take an integral, then x 3 x3, oh, this negative, and 5 x5 and 7 x7. So this is the answer. Okay, only question is, this infinite series, can we find this infinite series function using the elementary function set? No, it doesn't exist. There's no way you can express using sine, cosine, log, exponent, whatever. You know, this infinite series is a good answer. But you cannot express other than something like sine integral function x. This is a new function you have to define. Okay, so what happened is, after you learn the calculus in the college, you learn differential equation. Differential equation is like you have y and y derivatives and x, those are mixed in. Okay, and they ask you find out y function, and this is the same as asking like, okay, you multiply two number become 2, find this. And elementary school student who learn the rational number, add, subtract, multiply, divide, everything, cannot find the answer because it's outside of rational number. It's irrational number, square root. And same thing happen here often in the differential equation. There's no function described by elementary function. So you learn a lot of advanced function to describe this differential equation solution, and that's not even enough. And how engineers deal with it, there are a lot of differential equations they deal with in solving the engineering problem. a lot of cases use infinite series, and that comes to the approximation, right? So that's gonna be the tough life after calculus. The real tough life comes after calculus. The calculus is the entry point to that tough life. Okay, so if you feel this video is good, you can learn something, please subscribe and see the next video.